Endpoint. Elbow endpoint. You can add endpoint fittings, for example, if you would like to tie an elbow into a tank. Select the pipe you want to use and then click on a point. This point will indicate the direction in which the elbow needs to point. Now you can select which elbow you would like to insert. You will be able to use this point to move your elbow around. If you need the elbow to point slightly upwards, for example, you can adjust the direction and it will update the elbow. This can be referred to as a Tekla detail type connection, and the point is the controlling point of the connection. You can change the details of the primary and secondary beams. Go to the General tab. For example, if you require a 45-degree angle, you can edit the angle to 45 degrees. Select Modify. As you can see, the line is still pointing in the direction that you selected. If you move this point to the other side, the elbow will follow. T-endpoint. The endpoint T-piece works similarly to the elbow endpoint. You can only add an endpoint which has one end instead on two ends. Select the endpoint T-piece. This works the same as before, in the case where the first acts as a run pipe and the second is a set-out pipe. Select the type of endpoint T-piece required. If you'd like it to point in the other direction, select the run pipe and the setup pipe. Now you can amend it. You can also choose from caps and socket weld caps. Adding an instrument. Add a split to the pipe. Select the instrument and then filter according to the requirements. Please note that these are mostly representations of the actual sizes. However, we ensure that the overall dimensions are according to the catalogs. Select the stem. Ensure that your connection standard and your primary beam for the flange PCDs correspond with each other. Apply the settings. Now click on the two beams. An input box pop-up will show up asking if you would like to download this item from our database. Select Yes. This will insert the instrument. In the General tab, you can specify an instrument number. You can adjust the instrument orientation to 90 degrees. Heading to Drawing and Reports. Click on the Tools icon. This is where you can control the lines with. We use all of our pipes in separate spools. These spools are the same as assemblies in Tekla. Click on Pipeline and select Create Line. You can select all the assemblies or spools which form part of this pipeline. Click on the middle mouse button or spacebar to create the line. This will be in one assembly in Tekla. To open the line editor, click on the Tools icon in the ribbon. You can now assign properties to this line. The prefix will be used as the line number. The spool number will be used to separate the spool pieces. Select Update Line Number here. On the right-hand side, you will see that it will set the assembly numbering to line 3 and the start number to 1. Your separate spool pieces will be called line 3 with the S for the spool separator. Tekla only allows 20 characters for the assembly prefix, which now leaves 18 characters. You might find that you will now run out of characters for the prefix due to long line numbers. This feature is used to create longer line numbers, and is customizable to your needs. If you require something specific, for example size, it is added as an option here. Here you can specify that it is a 250 line. This will now appear in the line number. The same can be done for content. You can choose what needs to be displayed first by selecting the up and down buttons. From here you can click on Update Line Number. On the right you will see that the prefix does not change, but when you inquire the object, the information will be given. Navigate to the Drawing and Reports tab, where you can create both line drawings and spool drawings. From here you can also run a few reports like the buyout list report, pipe material list report, and a buyout list per spool report. Click on the Create Selected Items of selected pipes. From here it will start the drawings. If you have any more queries that we might not have addressed in the video, then you can head over to the ParaMatic website at paramatic.co.za. Go to the Contact tab. Scroll down to the end of the page. Fill in your details and we will come back to you within 1 working day.